I knew that he's a special guy with the ball in his hand. I knew that was going to be a big part of who we were going to be. I think every game is kind of some games have been a lot, some games haven't been as much. I would imagine the Alabama game was probably a little less than what he had normally done, but he's a guy who can handle it, and he's a guy who's very really successful doing it. So, like we've talked before, that's every game's going to dictate that, and he's a guy who we need to get the ball in his hands because he's special with it.
What do you see from Arkansas defensively? I guess just looking at them on film, not to give away the game plan, but where do you see spots that you can attack, I guess?
No, I see a team that's gotten a lot better as this year has gone. I remember sitting at home one night watching them play Ole Miss, and getting to watch them now from there to now. I think that they've gotten a lot better. I think up front they got some guys we have to be worried about. They're big, they're strong. They got an edge rusher that can make that turn around the bend. So we got some issues up front that we're going to have to deal with. I think their linebackers are experienced guys, and the guys that play sideline to sideline, downhill thumpers, and so I think we're going to have a challenge up front. That's going to be something that we're going to have to overcome, but that's our strength as well. So we're ready to take on that battle.
How do you feel about the team's execution on manageable third down situations, distance-wise?
Well, this past game was not very good at all. I mean, that was a big part of that game, honestly. That was inexcusable errors across the board, honestly, and kind of uncharacteristic errors that we really haven't seen that from our team. And so we got to get that corrected. That was a big focus of Sunday. Was we came in and we weren't going to back down from that. That was the emphasis. I mean, we can't have third and short show up that many times and us not be successful. That's our mentality. We got to own that. That's who we are. That's our mentality. We got to own those third and shorts.
Yeah, because that was an outlier. But on the whole, when you do struggle on third down, most of the time it's because you're in 3rd and 12 constantly. But
sure.
Outside of that Alabama game, does it feel like third and manageable is generally okay for y'all?
Yeah, I mean, I think we've done really good. I think, especially since our ability to run the football, we've had a lot of success on third down running the ball. Early in the year, it wasn't, 3rd and probably 4 to 7 was not very good for us, and ironically, 3rd and 11 plus was. But I think, over the last 3 or 4 weeks, it's gotten a lot better. You take out those those short yardage opportunities that really disappointed that we weren't able to get those done this week. You take that away, I think the last 3 or 4 weeks is more about more of who we are. We're converting 41% of the time. Our goal is to be at 42% or more, so we're right there. We have 2 weeks to improve upon that.
Is there anything in the 4 losses, be it something that you're doing, you're not doing, or your opponents are doing to you, that's sort of a unifying theme that you're seeing, hey, this is showing up every time?
I said this the other day. I felt like Kentucky, Florida was way different than the last couple. I felt like, as weird as that may sound coming out of this one, I was more disappointed in this one because I felt like we have been playing a lot better football. We're a different team now than we were back, week 3, 4. And so I think where we're at now, just kind of talking more relative to the these last few recent games, I think the losses, this one was clear. This one was, you can't snap the ball and not catch the ball, and we can't have 3rd and 12 because of a snap. We get a first down, it's 1st and 10, we're rolling, and then there's a false start, or there was. I mean, we cannot afford to shoot ourselves in the foot against good football teams, and this league is full of good football teams. And those losses, that's to me what stands out more than anything, is that we didn't meet the challenge that was faced in front of us. I think that was clear.
You didn't get to coach Nick, obviously, as a sophomore, junior those years. All you have seen on film, but watching him in games this year, do you think he's as decisive or as quick to pull the trigger, to run, or to hand off as maybe he has been in the past?
I would just take it from this season because, like you said, I wasn't here. I don't want to judge anything that I wasn't a part of. But I think if you look at week 1 through 4 and then you look at week 5 to where we're at right now, I think anybody in this room would see there's a clear difference in his decision making. I think he's gotten a lot better. His accuracy was outstanding these last couple of weeks. But there's still there's a lot of things that we got to clean up, and he's a part of that. And the execution of multiple guys on plays is what's killing us. You can't play in this league and not execute your assignment at the level you're supposed to. And that's what's kind of disappointing. Again, we had a bigger challenge. You know, we had a really good challenge we had to go against. In the previous weeks, we had really had done a nice job. And, you know, I think, you know, a couple plays that we shot ourselves in the foot, we got to get rid of those. We got to get rid of those.
How hard of a challenge is that for a guy that had, you know, I guess he came in like the spring of 14, so he's been here about 5 years, to do the same thing basically for 4 years, and then to his senior year have to do something a little bit different offensively and things. How big of a challenge is that for a guy that's kind of been trained to do a certain style for 4 years? And
yeah, it's definitely a challenge, but I think it's really good growth for a quarterback specifically. I mean, anytime you have the opportunity to learn a completely different language in this game is huge, and I think going forward in his career, this is going to be a big. He's going to be able to, you know, look back at this as a big. Something he can lean back on, you know, because when you have to learn new systems, I mean, because that happens in that league all the time. It's new coordinators within the same team. Very rare can a guy stay with a team for a long time. It just doesn't happen. So this was probably a really good introduction for him, and then I think it was another step in his learning curve for him, you know, him to grow more in the future.
In your role as passing game coordinator, how much of a luxury does it have guys like Harris Williams and Colin Hill who can not only catch a ball but do something with it after a catch?
No, yeah, running. I mean, you're always looking for matchups, and those guys are difference makers with the ball in their hand. In protection, I think that they've gotten better as the year has gone as well. You know, especially Kylan. I thought he's really growing up in that area. You know, he's taken a lot of pride in protecting the quarterback, and that's been huge. That's been huge in our success for sure. Because we have some guys that can stretch the field, and that's the only way you can do that is if you're able to protect. And because you know these teams are coming after you, and Arkansas is no different. They do a really nice job with their pressures. Their guys are relentless. You see a lot of sacks that don't happen off of a hitch sack. You see the relentless effort sacks coming from these guys. So, you know, running backs are a big part of that. And but like I said, those two guys. Being able to put them out in space has been huge for us, and it's created a lot of opportunity for us to win games. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
appreciate it.